Even I, Queen of the Damned, get shook from time to time. Here are the top 5 moments in Dark 5 that almost broke me. I, for some reason, can intake massive amounts of disturbing, disgusting, and gruesome information while maintaining both a job and general happiness. Notice I say happiness and not sanity, because oh honey, that is gone by now. Number 5, rat torture. I am one of those people that if I see somebody get their throat slashed in a movie, I'll clutch my neck because I can feel it. Which is why this torture episode that I did hurt me so badly, specifically the rat torture portion of it, because they crawled through the stomach. I can feel it. Basically, what rat torture was, they would tie somebody down to a wooden plank and then put disease-infested rats on their tum-tum, a metal bowl facing upside down, and then put hot charcoal on top of the bowl. The rats would get super agitated and then try to escape. The only way to escape is through your stomach, dude. Remember, this person is alive the entire time this is happening to them, so there's a lot of horror happening here. This is straight up jigsaw shit. Listen, I love rats, but I also love my intestines. They do so much for me. They're hard workers and, don't know if you know this, stretch out your small intestines, it's a football field. Number 4, Edgewood. Listen, I know shady government is a hot button issue right now, but did y'all think this was new? The government has been pulling wool over our eyes ever since there was wool to pull, and I am over it. I am over it, and you should be over it too. Rise up. Edgewood is a glaring example of the government treating its citizens, its soldiers like objects. Pissed about it. Listen, government, I'm over it. I'm over it, and I'm gonna expose your asses. Put me on a list. I don't care. I want to be on your list. Find me so I can find you if I don't find you first. I know where you are, the White House. Okay, that was easy. Sometimes science is real groovy. This could have been one of those times, but no! The square-ass government had to go and make this cool-time party drug into something terrifying. From 1948 until 1975, the US military conducted top-secret human experimentation at the Edgewood Arsenal facility. The purpose was to evaluate the impact of low-dose chemical warfare on their own damn soldiers. They exposed the soldier volunteers to chemical agents like sarin and BX and pepper gas and a whole bunch of other garbage. By the way, these soldiers were volunteers in as much as you are a volunteer to do the dishes at your parents' house. You don't want to do it, but if you don't, girl, you gon' get it. Somehow, the Edgewood experiments get more gruesome from there. These monsters conducting the experiments started to weaponize LSD. They decided to test it on the most competent soldiers by taking the top 1% of military officials and dosing them with LSD. Party. The idea behind testing the best of the best is that they believed that these generals, lieutenants, etc. to be mentally superior. Basically, if you can take down the best, you can take down anybody. One truly harrowing tale from Edgewood is when 4 military officials were brought to a secret location. 3 of the guys were dosed with LSD while 1 of them remained sober. One of the guys that was given LSD was given 100 times the recommended dose. When they were taken to the secret location, they were told that there was a bomb threat, and if they didn't figure out how to dismantle this bomb, then everybody was gonna die. They were locked in this windowless room for 3 days without relief, and interestingly enough, the sober man started to reflect the symptoms of the people dosed with LSD. They went completely insane. By the way, this sealed office was really a Hollywood-like set that was built in the middle of a military facility. So people were around them going about their jobs while inside these 4 men were convinced that the world was ending. After the experiment, they all went insane, and 2 of the men actually ended up killing their families because of the mental damage. Look, some good came from Edgewood. The Kevlar vest, or the bulletproof vest, was invented there. So great, compromise. The government clearly doesn't care about you, but I love you guys, so my advice is go off the grid. Live off the land. It's too late for me, but save yourselves. Tell your kids about the sacrifice I have made, given this is pending me leading the cyber revolution, but if I don't get around to that because like I'm busy or whatever, just tell them how dope YouTube is. Number 3, Area 51 on Coast to Coast. So because I am a trusting soul, does that mean that aliens are working with our government to regulate population control? Well, a guy on the radio said it, so yeah, I suppose it does. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. This is my holy grail. This is what we're here for. This is why we do this. For the uninitiated, Coast to Coast is an AM radio show about spooky dookies and mysteries of the universe. Sometimes it's the best thing in the world, and this is one of those times. In 1997, Art Bell, the host of Coast to Coast, received a frantic phone call from a former employee of Area 51, which I have spoken about in the past, if you'll remember. I told you there'd be a quiz. Here it is. This man was desperately trying to let us know that we are not alone.
They're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. The disasters that are coming, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now, Art.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
So this phone call ended because the transmitter of the entire radio station went dark. No signal, no power, nothing. This failure happened as soon as the caller started talking about the aliens' interference with our government and population control. The truth is out there, and I guess it's on AM radio. Who knew? Get at me, Radio Disney. I know y'all love to tell me that this is a hoax, but I say nay. Is it far-fetched? Sure. Is it unreliable? Okay. Why don't you just believe with me? Live in a world of whimsy and magic. Why don't ya? Number 2, Mary Bell. I know the rest of these have been pretty fun and lighthearted, but this is not, so buckle up. I've said it time and time again. Babies. I love them. I love babies. That's why kid-on-kid crime upsets me so much. Usually when a kid commits a crime and they're prepubescent, they haven't developed that part of their brain yet that establishes object permanence. In other words, the kid may kill somebody out of rage or curiosity or whatever, but not fully understand that that person will be gone forever if you murder them. Mary Bell came from a terrible home with a sadistic mother, and if she had gotten the help that she needed, those 2 boys that she murdered may still be alive today. Who knows, some people are just killers. Oh shit. Oh, she's still alive and she is out of prison. Oh shit, Andrew, roll that clip. Get me out of here. Guess what? Mary Bell was 11. Holy shit. So the day before Mary Bell's 11th birthday, she murdered a 4-year-old boy. While Mary Bell committed the first murder alone, she and her friend Norma, no relation, same last name, both evil little girls, committed the second murder of a 3-year-old together. The 3-year-old boy died of strangulation. After he died, they mutilated his body by carving an M with scissors into his stomach. This is so dark. I feel like this is darker than anything I've ever done. She and her friend vandalized a preschool saying, "We did this murder," and the police dismissed it as a prank. At least look into it, guys. So when Mary Bell was in prison, her mother, the monster that she is, sold stories about her childhood and also plagiarized some writing and said that it was from Mary Bell and then published it in newspapers. Everybody's the worst. Mary Bell was released from prison in 1980 after serving 12 years. She, by all intents and purposes, is living a very normal life. She is now living under a new name. She had kids. Those kids had kids. She's a fucking grandmother. Mary Bell found love. What am I doing? She's had to have developed object permanence by now, right? Number one, behind the scenes. The hardest part of doing this show is speaking in sentences that humans can understand. I get by day to day by just nodding and smiling, which usually masks how awful I am at trying to communicate, which is why I have like 4 friends. They're the only people who can understand what like, means, and it took them years to understand that, and I don't want to put you through that. So we have clever editors who will cut that shit out so only the human sentences stay, and we're doing good on this one. I'm gonna keep talking, right, Annie?
Good job, Rachel.
Thank you. Ha ha ha. Cue mental breakdown. Oh, cool. Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Come on, big boob. Come on, small boob. Let's do this. He went to the university that they went to. Cool. Let's say that again like a human, Rachel.
Judas.
Here are some. Was that English? So after getting hit to put connection. Numbers.
If they're in the room and there's proximity to show me that they're making out, I'm gonna watch.
When she woke up her eyes, Pat and Diana forgot their last name. That's the moral of the story. Story?
It's called, nope.
Sure, for sure.
Don't put this in there, but he was the one with the micro penis. Oops. He had a micro penis.
Benjamin Franklin's, fuck.
You can cut that out. Thanks.
You're welcome there, fuck. Cool. If you're like, oh, Rachel, those are so not scary, you're dumb and like a baby, then let me know in the comments and let me know what you think is terrifying and I'll talk about it because I love to talk about what you find scary. Want to keep you up at night. I'm the monster under your bed. Call your mom. You're not safe. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do give me a thumbs up. Like I said before, leave me a comment in the comment section below. And if you are curious where I got all this information from, the other Dark Fives that I did were killer kids, conspiracy theories, torture methods, and spooky dooky phone calls. Check them out if you want to know more about the things that I was talking about.